Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. 1,000 pounds. Sisters suggests earlier due date. Is Amy Slaton's baby here? Previously, fans of 1,000 pounds. Sisters believed the due date of Amy Slaton's baby was January 7th. The TLC personality never outright confirmed this was her due date. But her baby registry on Amazon suggested this to be the case. The due date made sense with the timeline of everything. However, this means chances are pretty good the baby boy has already been born, as that was over a month ago. This week's episode of 1,000 pounds. Sisters suggests an earlier due date. Now, the math doesn't completely line up for a January 7th due date if you paid attention to the beginning of this week's episode of 1,000 pounds. Sisters. Amy Slaton announced she was 7 months pregnant pretty early on in the episode. She said she had a doctor's appointment coming up, and she discussed the doctor wanting her to stay away from sweets, especially cakes and candy. Amy Slaton admits the struggle is real as she hits the end of her pregnancy. It sounds as if she's having a hard time listening to the doctor's advice over her pregnancy cravings. Here's hoping she continues to make the best decisions for herself and her baby. Now, if you do the math based on what she said during this episode, the due date in the Amazon registry doesn't add up. And we did report that Amy Slaton had told her followers January 7th was not her due date. We, however, speculated she might have just been saying that to keep her due date a secret. After all, fans have constantly been asking where her baby is. The beginning of the episode reveals it is Halloween time, one of Amy's favorite holidays. And she's also 7 months pregnant. If you do the math, that would put her at 9 months pregnant around the end of December. So, it is possible she actually had a New Year's baby. Doing the math, a January 2021 due date doesn't make sense if she was 7 months pregnant in October. Where is Amy Slaton's baby? While it is very obvious her official due date is unknown, either of these due dates suggest Amy Slaton has already had her baby. Moreover, her baby is likely a month old by now. So the question 1,000 pounds, Sisters fans have is very simple question. Where is the baby? Why haven't we seen it? We assume that we'll see Amy Slaton's baby before season 2 of 1,000 pounds, Sisters concludes. This is also likely why we have not seen the baby yet. A TLC contract could be preventing Amy from posting anything about her son on social media. We do, however, know her son's name is Gage Dion. The TLC reality world is buzzing with excitement once again as 1,000 pounds. Sisters fans believe Amy Slaton may have already welcomed her baby, even though she hasn't officially confirmed it. The clues are piling up, the timeline's getting fuzzy, and the hints from Amy's recent posts are sparking speculation that the reality star may have quietly given birth earlier than expected. Could this be another surprise reveal waiting to unfold on the show? A timeline that doesn't quite add up. Amy Slaton has always been open with her fans, sharing her weight loss journey, her struggles as a mom, and her dreams of building a stable, happy life for her boys. When she revealed earlier this year that she was expecting her third child, 1,000 pounds, Sisters viewers were thrilled. The announcement came with her signature mix of humor and heart, but fans quickly noticed something strange about the timeline. On the show, Amy hinted that she was several months along before filming wrapped, yet her social media activity suggested the baby could be due sooner than viewers were led to believe. TLC often films months in advance, meaning what audiences see on screen now actually happened long before airing. Add in Amy's secrecy and a few telling details, like her sudden social media silence, and fans began piecing together their own theories. The mysterious silence on social media. Amy is no stranger to social media. Whether she's sharing family updates, selfies with her sister Tammy, or little clips of her boys Gage and Glenn, she usually keeps her followers in the loop. But lately, her posts have slowed to a crawl. In the weeks leading up to her supposed due date, Amy had been sharing light-hearted TikToks and family content. Then suddenly nothing. Fans noticed she hadn't posted any new photos of herself or mentioned her pregnancy at all. This kind of radio silence often sends 1,000 pounds, Sisters followers into overdrive. Something's definitely up, one fan wrote on Reddit. She was so excited about the baby, and now she's just gone quiet? Either she's nesting, or the baby's already here. Another fan chimed in. Amy always takes a break when something big is happening. Remember when she went offline right before Glenn was born? Indeed, that's exactly what she did. Before welcoming her second son, Amy took a short break from posting, returning days later with baby photos and a proud announcement. Could history be repeating itself? Hints from her family and co-stars. Adding more fuel to the rumor fire are the subtle hints coming from Amy's loved ones. Her sister Tammy, now happily married to Caleb Willingham before his passing, recently shared a post that got fans talking. In the clip, Tammy looked radiant and cheerful as she mentioned she had a lot to celebrate lately, though she didn't elaborate on what exactly that was. Fans immediately linked her good mood to Amy's possible delivery. Then there's Amanda Halterman, Amy and Tammy's outspoken sister, who posted a vague quote about new beginnings and family blessings. Fans flooded the comments asking if Amy had given birth, but Amanda didn't confirm or deny it. She just liked the comments and moved on. That's a classic Slaton move. The family often keeps big life moments under wraps until the show airs, letting the anticipation build among fans. The case for an earlier due date. Let's do a little detective work. When Amy first hinted at her pregnancy, she mentioned she was around 12 weeks along. Assuming that was in the spring, her due date should have been in the late fall, maybe November or December. But the recent filming clues from 1,000 pounds. Sisters suggest that Amy might have been further along than she let on. In one episode, fans noticed her baby bump looked much more prominent than expected for the timeline she claimed. Some even suggested she was downplaying how far along she was to maintain privacy, something Amy has been more protective about since her separation from husband Michael Halterman. If the math checks out, that would place her possible delivery date in late September or early October, right now. And with her social media silence, that timing feels almost too perfect to ignore. A new chapter as a single mom. One reason Amy might be keeping things quieter this time around is the major shift in her personal life. Since her split from Michael, she's been navigating the challenges of co-parenting, filming, and raising two little ones largely on her own. Adding a newborn into that mix would be overwhelming for anyone, let alone someone still healing emotionally. Amy has often expressed how much she loves being a mom, even calling it her greatest blessing. But she's also been honest about how difficult it can be. Viewers have seen her exhausted, juggling feedings, tantrums, and her own self-care struggles. If she did give birth early, she may simply be taking time to recover and bond privately before reintroducing her baby to the world. TLC cameras may already be rolling to capture those precious first moments for the next season. Fan theories and speculation run wild. The 1,000 pounds. Sisters fandom is nothing if not observant. Fans have even combed through Amy's older posts for potential clues. In one photo, she wore a hospital bracelet while holding Glenn, though she captioned it as a throwback. However, many noticed her hair color and nails matched recent pictures, suggesting it might not have been as old as she claimed. Others point to her sister Tammy's sudden trip to Kentucky as a major clue. Tammy had been spending more time out of state, but returned home suddenly, for family reasons. Could that have been for the birth? One Reddit user summed it up perfectly. Between the silence, the vague posts, and the weird timeline, I'm 90% sure baby number 3 is already here. Amy's just waiting for TLC's go-ahead to make it official. If true, what happens next? If Amy has welcomed her baby, it marks a new chapter in her story, one of growth, independence, and resilience. She's transformed from a shy, struggling woman into a confident, loving mother who's determined to build a better life for her family. Fans have supported her through her weight loss journey, her marriages and separations, and her motherhood adventures. Now, with the possible arrival of baby number 3, that journey continues, this time with even more love and determination. It's likely that TLC will capture the baby's birth and first months in an upcoming season, just as they did with Gage and Glenn. Amy has always said she wants her kids to see where mommy started and how far she came, so fans can expect heartfelt, emotional scenes ahead. Final thoughts, a quiet celebration. Whether or not Amy has officially given birth, one thing is clear. She's entering a new phase of life, one centered around her children, her health, and her healing. Fans eagerly await her return to social media with a joyful baby update. But for now, the quiet might just mean she's soaking up the newborn snuggles in peace. And knowing Amy, when she does finally share the news, it'll be in her trademark sweet and silly way. Perhaps with a heartfelt post, a giggle-filled video, and a baby wrapped in a soft blanket by her side. Until then, 1,000 pounds. Sisters fans will keep watching, waiting, and guessing, because when it comes to the Slaton family, surprises are always part of the story.